Howdy everyone, welcome to another live stream. Now my voice is a bit better, but of course, yesterday I was, oh my goody two shoes, let me tell you about yesterday. Yesterday something painful happened. You wanna know what happened? Do you wanna know what happened? I had two migraines. Now I had a migraine after my live stream, like maybe like an hour later or so, or like 30 minutes later after my live stream. Then I slept for like 3 or 4 hours. I woke up, I thought I was better, but then all of a sudden, around 7, I was just walking in my room and another migraine hits me. It's so painful. It starts obviously with blurry vision and then it transitions to headaches. But yesterday, I never really had this biggest headache in my second migraine, so yeah. Anyways, I hope the sound is proper. Vision and then it transitions to headaches. But yesterday, I never really had this. Okay, anyways, I hope the sound is proper. Version and then it transitions to headaches. But yesterday I never really had this. Okay, that it would basically record my voice a bit better. But anyways, my eyes are obviously annoying. Time to time, it really sucks when you have migraines. Uh, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things that can cause migraines, obviously, but the first time yesterday, I was just watching a cartoon on YouTube, and all of a sudden, bam, migraine. But the second time, I wasn't even watching anything. I just walked around, and all of a sudden, a migraine formed. It was very annoying, really, really annoying. Anything. I just walked around, and all of a sudden, a migraine formed. It was very annoying, really, really annoying. Okay, I wonder why audio is so terrible. It's so muffled. It sounds like I'm in a box or something like that. I'm very sorry. But anyways, I hope you can understand the audio quality. I will upgrade in the future, so please understand that. Now, I want to read a couple of articles. By the way, I never peed today. I never peed today. So, I need to pee. I need to pee. But I'll pee just now, so I will walk out, just pee and come back. I'll powder my nose and come back. So, yeah, I'm just pointing it out. Okay, yesterday was a very strange day. I just don't like migraines. I really hate it, and you may be reading the title and you can understand what I'm trying to say. No writing for today. Yes, no writing for today. I'm not going to be writing anything today, and that sucks, I know, because I want to work on my books. I want to work on my Project Poison. I have so much to work on. Like, holy crap, I really want to freaking write, but unfortunately, I can't do that, can I? Oh, you can't do that. But anyways, hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Even though my weekend was very sulky and annoying, we have a lot of news today. So let's read. That's Mandalorian. Not gonna read that. Guilty Gear Strive, gender swaps, testament from male to non-binary. Now, the one thing I hate the most of is gender swapping when a character is already established. That's the thing I really hate the most of. It's like once your character is established, okay, like when in development stages, yes, you can talk about it and stuff, but when you're still in development stages, you can change a lot of the things. You can change a lot of the character. You can do a lot of changes. No one can really be angry at you because it's still in development phase, but once it's out in public and people already know what it is about, you can't really change anything. You have to make something brand new instead. The recent announcement of turn in Ark's character in the fighting game series as an upcoming character, character for Guilty Gear Strives, appears to have confirmed the previous male fighter is now non-binary. I hate that so much. You can't. Now I don't care about Guilty Gear. I don't care. Like a lot of people really like it. Good for you if you like it. But obviously, it's like it's not tea. Okay, my cup of tea is black tea. Okay, not milk tea. Okay. The Psych will link Justice first debut in original Guilty Gear. Okay. So basically, it's just this feminine boy. Wait, not him. It's just feminine. Goodness. It's just a feminine man. What's wrong with that? You know, a couple years ago, people would say, hey, 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 men can wear whatever they want to wear. Okay, they can wear dresses, they can wear this and that. It doesn't make them less of a man. And now people do shit like this because, oh no, a man wears a dress. Okay, he's somehow not a man anymore. These are people who say that to us, and now uh, basically doing the same thing. You know what they lectured us not to do. Unfortunately, the conclusion, guilty gear excess. Okay, okay, okay. Like I have no time for this type of stuff. What's wrong with having a feminine character, a feminine boy? I hate that so much because they always say stuff like, people always say, hey, men can wear whatever, it's not a problem. But all of a sudden now they have to change everything because everything has to be, everything has to follow the gender code, which is crazy because we were the ones who would say that all the time. We conservatives would always say, you know, men dress up as men, women dress up as women. Then all of a sudden, these clowns say you can dress up as whatever. Okay, that sounds fine, but even so, they can't even take that in as well. Anytime you have a character that's a male that dresses up feminine, they all of a sudden have to tick this check boxes. All of a sudden, can a man just be a man character without falling for different type of stuff? This is a man, and basically, what does it say? It was once a human. Okay, there was no reference. Okay, wait. Pronouns. The fighters refer to they. Oh my goodness! It's a video game, for crying out loud. They return. It's it's a man. It's a man. It is a man. Okay, I don't even know that much about this series, and it's a man. Okay, what is wrong with having a male character that's just feminine? I thought that wasn't an issue with these people, but oh, now all of a sudden it is. So we got to change them from X to Y because oh, it offends people. Just let them be. Okay. A lot of people out there just like to change, change, change. Now, I don't even know that much about this. The people who make this, I think they're Japanese. I assume they're Japanese, but still, they must be careful. Stop sticking their noses and changing stuff for the sake of the West. The West, you're not gonna get anything from the West. The West will let you down. The West will kill you. I have a feeling the West will start World War III. Pronouns again. You guys are killing me. Anyways, let me repeat. Anime will not save you from the woke. Japan will not save you from the woke. Okay. This is not a gender swap. Okay. Yeah, okay, look at this. Interesting, interesting, the Japanese version of the website still refers to Testament as a E. Seems they are trying to only do this they them stuff to in the English speaking countries. Interesting. 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 It's kind of crazy how they just do this for the English stuff. I'm confused, but still, it's like if it was a male character before, why all of a sudden change it? I don't get it. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense because once you establish something, people are gonna want it for what it is, not for what it isn't. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. When it comes to my work, once I put something out there, it's gonna be, remembered. People are gonna remember it, and I can't change it. That's why I'm doing a big rewriting session on Project Poison, because I want it to be perfect. I don't want to rewrite it once the show is already established. Halo star Pablo Schreiber says showing Master Chief's face always a necessary thing to get the audience comfortable with going with the journey. Okay, Halo stuff, I don't really know. Netflix announces Tekken Bloodline anime series. Netflix, can we stop with all this stuff, okay? Marvel Comics' latest What If series see Miles Morales take on the mantle of iconic Avengers and X-Men. Okay, 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 okay. Now, announced by Marvel in November 2021. Okay. Wait, doing this? I thought they done with this. Crap. Okay. What else? Oh, I don't even care, to be fair. This what if series. It's just fan fiction, to be fair. It's just fan fiction. What if X was Y? Okay, I get it. I get it. It's just total fan fiction, just fan fiction content, you know. But no, Miles Morales is not any of the heroes. So I still don't get why all this type of what if stuff. I don't like it. I really don't like it because it's just fanfic stuff. I'm sure people can get better content, canon content, but no, they don't want to do that. They just don't want to put canon content out there. They really don't, you know. Just give them canon stuff. They just throw these characters all around. It's like, have pride in these characters, okay? And yeah, we have some interesting stuff. G4 TV Senior Vice President Blair Erda exits network after telling viewers who disagree with Frost's grant to don't watch us. Basically, that's what he said. Don't watch us. If you do not hear what the video is about, don't watch us. We are not for you. And that's what he said. And many of these people on Twitter, they always say that. If you don't like what I like, don't follow me. Don't do this. Don't do that. I'm not for you or whatever. They think they are worth for anyone, which is kind of silly. But moving on. Sometimes my browser gets stuck. It does, you know. Oh my goodness. Okay. What a strange picture. But so basically, I think it's back to Netherlands. Okay. And okay. So basically, it's been hired by a different esports company, and the craziest thing is that people saw this over here, how he's part of the destruction of G4, and they said, okay, you know what, this guy over here, we want to hire him. Okay. Really, honestly, let's see what people say in the comments. He's got his wish. No one watched. One of the quickest turnarounds ever. Probably saw the writing on the wall. He was the one who wrote the stuff on the wall. So, yeah, you know. Anyways, I'm not gonna read this. I don't know that. I don't want to dive into stuff like that. No, I don't know. But that's up for the news. Obviously, it's a very slow news day, okay? Well, these articles are from yesterday. It's kind of crazy how March is almost over. It's kind of crazy. Just a couple of days ago, it was like the first. And now it's like all of a sudden, it's now the 21st. It's crazy, isn't it? Days go so fast, and that's one of the strangest part about reality. You have to work with the time. And with my migraines, my chronic migraines, I can't work like this. I'm sorry. I'm not giving up. I refuse to give up. You may be thinking, well, it's just game over. No, it's not. I can still work. I can just moderate how I work, which I've been doing for the past few weeks, anyways. Moderate my time on working. Don't work during the night because I'm more likely to get a migraine during the night. Even though I got the migraine early yesterday, like most of the time, I always get them at the night, or sometimes I always get them on weekends or something like that, or in the mornings. There's always a certain time. I normally get them from 8, like the standard time. If you do a tally table, most of the time I've gotten migraines were around 8, 9, 10, and stuff like that, compared to the other times. Yes, yesterday I had a migraine midday, but it's a very rare occasion to have it that time. So obviously, it's very difficult to know when it's actually going to pop up. But seriously, migraines really suck. It really does suck. Uh, I'm not gonna drive. I'm not going to get a license. I'm not going to get a car because of that. You know. I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of happy I don't have to go to driving lessons and stuff. But still, at the end of the day, I've always wanted to drive on my own. But I guess I'm earthbound now. You know. I feel a bit annoyed, but what else can you do? I'd rather not drive because listen, if I drive, I could put someone else's life in danger. That's a big no-no. I refuse to drive. I really do. Because if I'm driving and I get a migraine, you need to understand that it's not going to be perfect for me. I won't be able to see. I could hurt someone, and I don't want that. I don't want that. So obviously, the best thing for me to do is sit this one out and watch from the corner. I don't care if even if I have to uh, wait for Lyft or whatever. I'd rather do that than drive my own. But speaking of driving your own, let's be real. I'm very proud about online shopping because I don't have to do a thing. I can just sit inside my house all day long and just buy things online on the freaking websites. Click whatever I want, and it comes in a couple of days. So I'm totally fine. But I understand survival situations, you want to get out, but still, I think it's a big no no to be out on the road, even if I'm test driving. Because if you don't know, when it comes to test driving, you will go with the instructor. Wait, the driving instructor? No, the driving teacher. I don't know what you call them, but you have to practice driving on the road. Yes, they'll teach you how to drive while you're on the road. It is a bit terrifying. So even if I have a migraine, that's going to be a problem as well. It's just not my thing, okay? I'd rather not care about that. It's just not my thing. I will let this one go, you know? Because honestly, I'm not here to to fight for driving. I don't want to do it, okay? When I was a kid, I never wanted to do it, but then I was talked into it because think about it. You want to leave, you want to have your own stuff, but obviously it's going to be impossible. Your migraines can hurt others, so it's best to be safe and not drive at all. ah, but I'm glad online shopping is a thing. I can sit from above and just order whatever, and people will just deliver it to me. That's perfect. So speaking of writing, I'm not going to do any writing today. I would love to. I would love to, even if it's not my novels. I would even love to work on my Project Poison, but I can't do it. I can only pace up today, and even when I don't even look at the screen, my migraines can form. So it is a problem, a big problem. You know, like I'm terrified of it. I can just feel like I'm just dropping down every time I get a migraine. It makes me feel so sad and tired, you know? I wish it never happened to me, but obviously, things happen for a reason. Many things happen for a reason. Not all of them, but I would say certain things happen for a reason. So I will just take this one as a reason and not drive anyways. Okay, okay. So, wow. I'm trying not to look at the screen because even though it's pretty dim, the screen is pretty black and everything like that, it doesn't matter. I can still get a migraine. My migraines are so unpredictable. I'm one of those people who have them almost every week, so it's kind of crazy. Yes, there were times I didn't get them for like 2 or 3 weeks because I took very extra precautions, but I still got it, last week. Before that, I never got it since 3 weeks ago. So I was very, very careful on what I do. So that's what I have to do. I have to be very careful in what I do, what I look, how much I look, how much I work. And this sucks for someone who wants to work with making video games and animation and stuff like that. Now, speaking of animation and stuff like that, uh, on Saturday, I had a perfect idea well, two perfect ideas for children's cartoons or children's comics. I don't know which format it'll be in, but I obviously like to imagine them in a animation form as well, because even if I'm working on a comic, it's best to imagine them animated. It's best to imagine them animated, so you know the next movement, you know the chain of movement. You know, I don't want to imagine them as a still image. I want to imagine them as a moving, running image, and that's perfect. You know, so I have two brand new ideas for children's comics. You know, and it does look pretty cool. It is pretty cool, pretty calm, pretty fun actually. You know, it feels fun. It actually feels fun, which is perfect. You know, I really want to get into, also making children's stuff. You know, because hey, the money is really good. That's the best part about children's stuff. The amount of money you get, oh my goodness, I'll be rich. But no, I mostly want to work on my own stuff, my adult content instead, because that's always been my work, my hard earned work. You know, I always want to work on that. Project Poison is mostly for mature audiences, you know. All of my work, almost all of them, are for mature audiences. Excuse me. But obviously, there are certain types of work that will feel like it's for a certain type of younger age. But I have to create that type of stuff because they don't exist, you know? Working with children's work is much more fun, but also you have to be very careful what you show. You can't show anything on a children's cartoon. You have to be very careful. You have to understand this is a child we're talking about. We're not talking about anything else. We're talking about children, you know, so you can't show them the things you would normally show on any of my other works. You have to be very careful with them. You have to understand that it's totally different. So yes, many children's cartoons these days, they get really wacky these days, really gross. I'm not really in it for gross humor. When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of gross cartoons, but obviously, I used to always draw a line when it came to gross cartoons. For example, do many of you all remember that cartoon, Pig, Goat, Banana, Cricket? Did any of you remember that cartoon? Okay, it came out like in recent years. All I know, it was about a pig, a goat, a banana, and a cricket. It was about vomiting and all this type of gross stuff. The animation looked pretty gross as well, let's be real. Now, I did watch a lot of gross cartoons like Sanjay and Craig, but even with Sanjay and Craig, it was pretty grossed up if you think about it. There was vomit scenes, there were disgusting scenes. It felt really gross if you watch it now. You know, like sure it was pretty funny time to time, but at the end of the day, it was like, yeah, I don't know. You know, Sanjay and Craig was pretty gross, you know? And I think that was a problem with Nickelodeon cartoons, most of them. They were getting very grossed out. They were getting very disgusting. They were trying to be so gross because they think it's funny. You know, and I understand sometimes when you're children, everything is funny. Anything shock value is funny. You know, when I was a kid, like anything that shocked me used to be funny. I would watch The Simpsons, the new episodes of The Simpsons, and I would think it's so funny. I would think it's so hilarious because there's so much of shock value. But when you watch the old episodes, the jokes are layered properly, and it actually feels more organic. It feels more natural. The funny feels really tasty, you know, unlike the bland, putrid funny in the new episodes, you know. So once again, you know, shock value for children, you know, it's very fun. It's very fun, but once you grow up, you don't like shock value. I don't like shock value. Some people still keep their shock value taste. I don't. I really don't. Shock value sucks. Sometimes, most of the time. If it's going to be used for humor, it really sucks. Because here's the thing, you're trying to shock people with how big something can be rather than having a layered joke. You know, people rather just show something and say, "Oh, look at this. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy." Shock value humor is boring sometimes, if not all the time. Because with shock value, yes, it pleases the masses, but at what cost? It's not going to be funny, you know. I'm not going to watch a show just because someone said something is shocking or big. No, I'm not going to do that, you know. Shock value has to be funny. Am I making sense? Wait, excuse me. I feel like I'm mixing up my sentences. I'm really sorry. What I meant to say was shock value is never funny. It can't be funny. It will be funny if shock value was never in existence. Yes, I'm still sick. I'm still sick after a week. But to be fair, I did have a milkshake in the morning. Mixing milkshake. You know, the powder milkshake you just mix with milk? Yeah, I had that. It was pretty good. I drank it up in like a couple of seconds. Okay, okay. So it is pretty great that uh, I want to write so much of stuff. Okay, let's just read any of my newer comments. Ever. Okay, time to post up. I haven't had a post in such a long time. Well, in a couple of days, actually. I really wanted people to see my rewriting post, but I think a lot of people have seen it already. I'm assuming that, so obviously it has like 6 likes, so I guess that's totally fine. Possibly a lot of people have seen it as well and not liked it, so yeah. Okay. Um, Normally I just like anything, any of the posts, you know? Okay. Um, I do worry for this week because we are going to the cinema and we might watch Batman, which is amazing. But then again, obviously I'm going to be very critical about that. But uh, I do worry about my migraines because what if it comes during that time? What if it comes when I'm just watching it? That's the worst part about me watching movies is that I can just be sitting and having a fun time, and all of a sudden the migraine pops up, and what can I do? I won't be able to watch it. I was praying in the cinema when I was watching Encanto because I did not want a migraine. Okay, imagine you're just sitting and watching all the beautiful colors, and all of a sudden you get this painful migraine. It doesn't work. It doesn't feel good. I changed my thumbnail, by the way, for this. The other thumbnail felt okay, but I felt like it could cause a lot of controversy, so I might as well not show it up. I do have a naughtier picture than that, but obviously, I don't think YouTube will allow me showing that. It's kind of difficult to just show a lot of stuff these days, you know? Uh, okay. All right, let's just add a post. A post. Okay. So what is this post going to be about? Well, for starters, I would say